With a lot of legislation, I know you guys have 3 ways to look at planning for long-term care. And so can you share those 3 steps with me?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one is people can self-insure, and that's what most people do, right? And probably mainly because they don't plan, right? And we've all heard the phrase, if you don't plan, you plan to fail, right? And that's true. I mean, think about it. What's the average cost of long-term care in the United States? It's like $7,000 a month, right?
Oh yeah, 7 to 9. I think Arizona's 9,000.
Okay, and that's per person. So if you're thinking a married couple, I mean, we're talking possibly $14,000 a month. Who has that? Who's got retirement income like that?
Well, we're talking about retirement mainly, and people are focusing on retirement. So that's not including what you're talking about, right?
In fact, it could be a huge drain on that, right? Let's say you go to retire, you're lucky enough to have a pension, and that's paying $100,000 a year. You think life is good, right? You're doing really well. In fact, statistically, you'd be doing really well compared to the average retiree. But now all of a sudden, one of the married couple needs long-term care. So there goes $7,000, right? If they're self-insuring, there goes $7,000 to $9,000. It's all gone.
Yeah.
There isn't anything left for the other person who doesn't need long-term care.
This is something prior to people retiring earlier because of the Great Resignation and some other factors. Like, I don't think we have enough data to support that conversation yet, but we're talking about pre-pandemic, typical planning, retirement funding, and more, right?
Yeah. I mean, so it's scary. People are extremely ill prepared, and we're living longer and longer, right? Medical technology is increasing our lifespans, but that doesn't mean, what that really probably means is that we are much more likely to need care at some point,
right?
For several years.
And the sandwich generation factor too. So you and I don't want to lead out of fear, but it's a real thing, and there's real numbers. We're not making this up. So how do we be constructive with our time and learn what's available to us? So that'll be coming more through other videos and things that we have. But okay, so step 1, self-insuring doesn't mean you've always planned to self-insure. Most people don't plan for that. It sounds great and glamorous, but
yeah, it sounds like I don't have to pay premium, which is attractive. And I love what you said. We don't want this decision to be fear-driven, but you know who's not fearful? People who are prepared. That's who's not fearful.
Imagine the less stress. There's no stress there.
Yeah. Like, let's not pretend it's not something real, or that it won't affect us most likely at some point. Let's acknowledge it and say, okay, that's like jumping off a house and thinking, I'm going to ignore gravity. It doesn't work, right? It's going to affect you.